Joseph Naso, Fearful Face, the Alphabet Killer, a true crime documentary. Introduction. In the quiet neighborhoods of California, a predator lurked in the shadows, leaving a trail of victims with an eerie pattern. A photographer, a drifter, and a remorseless killer, Joseph Naso's crimes went unnoticed for decades. But when investigators uncovered his dark secrets, the world would come to know him as the Alphabet Killer. This is the story of one of America's most chilling serial killers. Uncover the darkest crimes, shocking mysteries, and real-life investigations. Welcome to Fame Files, where truth is more terrifying than fiction. Fame Files cover all the true crime stories of the whole world with you on this channel. Stay connected with us and keep watching daily true crime stories on Fame Files. Early life of a predator. Born in 1934 in Rochester, New York, Joseph Naso grew up during the Great Depression. His early life was unremarkable. He served in the military, married, and had a son. But beneath the surface, darkness lurked. His obsession with control, photography, and women would soon spiral into something far more sinister. The double initial murders. Between the late 1970s and the 1990s, a chilling pattern emerged. Several women, all with matching initials in their first and last names, were found murdered across California. Roxane Ragash, Carmen Colon, Pamela Parsons, and Tracy Tafoya, each met a tragic fate. But for decades, their killer remained unknown. Investigators struggled to connect the dots, as the murders were spread across different jurisdictions. With no DNA evidence or clear suspect, the case went cold. The breakthrough. A killer's journal. In 2010, Joseph Naso's world came crashing down. While on probation for a minor theft charge, authorities searched his home in Reno, Nevada. What they found was beyond disturbing. Hidden among his belongings was a diary, his list of 10. In it, he detailed the deaths of multiple women, some never identified. The words on the pages painted a terrifying picture of a man who had been killing for decades. Detectives also found hundreds of photographs of unconscious women, some possibly victims, along with a stash of firearms, rope, and ligatures. It was clear. Joseph Naso was a predator who had evaded justice for far too long. Trial and conviction. In 2013, Joseph Naso stood trial for the murders of Roxane Ragash, Carmen Colon, Pamela Parsons, and Tracy Tafoya. The prosecution laid out a chilling case: his journal, his photographs, and the eerie pattern of double-initial victims. Naso, ever the narcissist, chose to represent himself in court, showing no remorse. But the evidence was overwhelming. After weeks of testimony, the jury reached a verdict: guilty on all counts. In 2013, at the age of 79, Joseph Naso was sentenced to death. He remains behind bars, his twisted legacy forever etched in the annals of true crime history. The legacy of a monster. Though convicted of 4 murders, investigators believe Joseph Naso may have been responsible for many more. His list of 10 feet hints at victims whose names remain unknown, their stories lost to time. As technology advances, law enforcement continues to investigate. Could there be more victims? And could Joseph Naso's crimes be linked to the infamous double-initial murders in Rochester, New York, from the 1970s? The search for answers continues. Conclusion. Joseph Naso lived in plain sight for decades, hiding behind a lens, a smile, and a quiet demeanor. But behind closed doors, he was a monster. His story serves as a chilling reminder. Evil often wears an ordinary face. Thank you for watching this true crime documentary. If you found this story compelling, subscribe for more in-depth investigations into the minds of history's most notable